Let's dive into the fascinating story of a state-owned enterprise that was built to be an industrial titan but found a completely different destiny. This is the incredible journey of Pakistan's National Fertilizer Corporation.
So here's the central question we're tackling. What happens when a country puts all this effort into building a massive industrial empire and then just sells it all off? This question is really at the heart of the NFC's entire story, from its creation to its wild transformation and its, well, very surprising legacy.
Okay, to really wrap our heads around this, we have to go back to the beginning. Let's take a look at why the National Fertilizer Corporation, or NFC as we'll call it, was even created in the first place.
So, let's turn back the clock. The year is 1973, August to be specific. The government of Pakistan officially establishes the NFC, and they have a very, very clear and ambitious goal in mind.
The mission was pretty straightforward, but huge. It was all about giving the state a powerful, controlling hand in an industry that was, and still is, absolutely critical to the nation's agriculture, its food supply, and its entire economy.
And you can tell this was a huge deal right from day one. I mean, the Prime Minister himself stepped in to appoint its very first chairman, a big-name industrialist. That move sent a clear signal. This wasn't just another state-run company. This was a project of major national importance.
And for years, the NFC absolutely knocked it out of the park. It did exactly what it was designed to do. It didn't just dip its toes in the industry, it went all in and built an industrial empire from the ground up.
And look, we're not just talking about one factory here. The scale of this thing was immense. It was a whole network of major plants scattered across the country. Each one was a massive industrial asset, and together they were the beating heart of Pakistan's fertilizer production.
But then, everything changed. A massive shift in government policy was on the horizon, a shift that would completely redefine what the NFC was all about.
Starting in 1991, a new economic philosophy started taking hold: privatization. And over the next 17 years, the government began to systematically sell off its big industrial assets. One by one, the plants that formed the very core of the NSFC were sold to the private sector.
So, this is the really crucial point. After building and running this massive industrial network for decades, the number of fertilizer plants the National Fertilizer Corporation owns and operates today is a big fat zero.
Okay, so that's a bit of a head-scratcher, right? If you're a fertilizer corporation but you have no fertilizer plants, what in the world are you? What do you become? Well, the answer is pretty incredible, actually. The NFC did a total 180. It pivoted completely, shifting its focus away from making products to instead developing people and ideas. It found a totally new purpose.
And this is its new identity. The industrial giant basically became an academic powerhouse. It's wild. Today, the NFC runs these highly respected engineering colleges and a dedicated research institute. It's now shaping the future of the very industry it once physically built.
So let's really put this all together to appreciate just how incredible this transformation really is, moving from a state-owned producer to a state-owned educator.
I mean, this chart says it all, doesn't it? The company completely transformed from an owner of industrial hardware, pipes and vats, to a developer of intellectual capital. It went from making chemicals to literally making engineers and researchers. A truly remarkable pivot. And that's really the heart of the NFC's story. Its lasting legacy isn't sitting in those factories it once owned. It's in the thousands of skilled graduates and the valuable research it's producing right now.
And that leaves us with a final big question to chew on. The story of the National Fertilizer Corporation really challenges how we think about success. It makes you wonder, at the end of the day, what's more valuable? The things a national enterprise builds, or the people it empowers?